Hi guys. So the other day I did a video on failure. So I thought I'd do one on goals. What goals are you setting? So I'm going to talk about my goals. Historically, I've been a mountaineer. And I've spent a lot of time in the mountains. I used to teach in the mountains, navigation, hill skills. I'm a climber, all of that stuff. And because of various reasons, life, family, money, all kinds of reasons, that stopped. And that isn't me. That's where I need to be for my inner peace, is in the mountains. I feel more at home in the mountains than I do in a house. And over the years I've done a lot in the Alps, etc, etc. And I'm not going to go into detail there because I think Tim and I are going to do a video along those lines. I'm not going to say any more really, but so now things in my life have kind of calmed down a little bit. I'm now turning back to the mountains and what I want to achieve from those mountains and what are my goals in those mountains. And the times I've been to Switzerland and the French Alps and places like that, and I've always seen from the top of other mountains, I've seen Mont Blanc. Mont Blanc being the highest mountain in Western Europe at 4,800 metres. And I never climbed it. And in 4 years' time, I'm 50. I had a rough paper round. So for my 50th, or thereabouts, I'm going to attempt to climb Mont Blanc. And show you a quick picture of Mont Blanc. It's a beast of a mountain. And as it stands today, there's absolutely no chance in the world that I am fit enough, strong enough, that I've got enough stamina to climb it. But I've got time. I've got 3.5 years to train to climb that. So that's my goal, ultimate goal. But the problem, I'm going to put the camera down so it's not waving around. But the problem with goals is your goal might be to swim the English Channel. It might be to cycle from John O'Groats to Land's End. But you've got to prepare yourself to achieve the goal. There's no point just heading off tomorrow to try and do it, because it will probably be unachievable, the same as it would be for me if I was to head off to climb Mont Blanc. I just wouldn't be able to do it. So I've got to train myself to do that. So I've written myself a training plan, and right at the bottom here in big letters is climb Mont Blanc, and that's in 2024. Building up to that, I've got all of these other goals, and if you've watched some of my other videos, you'll see that I'm training just for basic fitness, no other reason, on a hill near me called the Wrekin. And this year, currently, I am trying to get up that Wrekin in sub 30 minutes, less than 30 minutes. And today I've done 31:17, I think it was. So I'm getting closer, because 7 weeks ago I was at 38 minutes. But also this year I want to achieve other goals as well. Now, a friend of mine and I, we run a bushcraft and survival company where we take people out, we teach them outdoor skills, survival skills, bushcraft skills, foraging, etc, etc, navigation. So I want to get a new camp set up as well. That's a goal this year, to get a new camp set up. I'm also self-employed, I'm an engineer. And as all of us have found out this year, life's been pretty tough. And a lot of businesses are going to the wall. I struggled this year because I'm a single parent. So when they closed the schools, I couldn't work anymore. I couldn't send him to my parents because they were in a high risk category. So I had to stop working. So another goal of mine this year is to get my business back on its feet. And through exercise and having some goals, some aims, some targets, motivating myself, slogging my guts out to try and get up the Wrekin in less than 30 minutes. I'm feeling better up here. In the last few weeks I've been able to focus on the business, and in turn I've now got some orders coming in, some good orders. And off the back of that, I want to be able to give my family a good Christmas against the odds, if you like, money-wise and health-wise and everything else, and everything that 2020 has tried to do to us. I'm going to give my family a good Christmas. So then we're moving on into next year. And next year, I want to try and do the Wrekin in under 30 minutes, but I want to do it with a 5 kilogram pack on my back. So that's going to take some training. I also want to get in next year 10 quality mountain days. And by quality I mean long days, sustained days. You know, you're out for 8-9 hours. In all types of weather conditions. I want to do it in nice hot conditions. I want to do it in rain and wind. I want to do it in snow and ice. So I'll hopefully be going up to North Wales or Scotland or the Lake District and getting in some really good quality mountain days. I want to carry on building my business next year. I want to gain 5 kilograms of muscle next year. I'm weight training at the moment. So yeah, I want to try and find the extra 5 kilograms of muscle that I want to put on next year. And I want to be able to run 3 miles in 30 minutes next year. And if I can achieve those goals this year and next year, then I'm setting myself harder goals for 2022. And that's to get up the Wrekin in less than 25 minutes with a 5 kilogram pack. And it's to have 12 quality mountain days. And it's to gain another 5 kilograms of muscle and continue building my business. And I want to run 3 miles in 25 minutes, not 30 minutes. And then on to 2023. I want to do the Wrekin in sub 20 minutes with a 5 kilogram pack. I want to gain 3 kilograms of muscle. I want to run 3 miles in under 25 minutes. I want to continue building my business. And I want to have a holiday to the Alps, Switzerland or France. And I want to climb some easy 4,000 metre mountains for a week or two and get my eye back in for the following year when I do Mont Blanc. I want to get back out there, up at altitude, and feel the effects of altitude, headache, nosebleeds, lungs are on fire, practice my crevasse rescues, ice axes rest, all of that stuff that I haven't done for a while. not in big mountains anyway. And then we're on to 2024, the year I'm 50. So I want to be running the Wrekin sub 20, but with an 8 kilogram pack. I want to be running 3 miles in sub 25, but with a 3 kilogram pack. And I want to gain another 3 kilograms of muscle. And then I want to go and climb Mont Blanc, along with some other mountains that year. Now, if I was to say to myself today, I'm going to train to climb Mont Blanc, it's too big, it's too far away, and it's just too big a task. But by breaking it down into years or months or weeks, depending on what your goal is, it becomes achievable. And this is what I was saying the other day on the video about failure. If I was to try and do these down here next week, I'd fail. I'd fail miserably, because they're just unachievable for me at the moment. These are achievable, and next year these will be achievable, and these the year after, and so on and so on and so on. And by slowly doing it, and by slowly increasing the hardness of the goal, of the target, I'm getting closer to my main goal, which is climbing Mont Blanc. And I just wanted to share with you how I'm going about reaching my targets and reaching my goals. This doesn't work for everybody. I'm not a life coach. I'm not a physical trainer. Everybody has to have their own targets, their own goals, and their own plan about how you're going to get there. So, but by writing it down and having a plan of how I'm going to get up Mont Blanc and how I'm going to train for it, and by giving myself enough time to train for it as well, I stand half a chance. So consider working out where you want to be at the end of this year, at the end of next year, at the end of 10 years time from now, whatever that may be, whatever that target is, and write it down at the bottom of a piece of paper. And then work out how you're going to get there and what are your targets along the way. And because I teach navigation, I look at this, if I was going to go on a 50-mile hike, I wouldn't be navigating to the end point for the whole 50 miles. I would be navigating to a point 3 miles away, and then another 3, and then perhaps 4, and then maybe 2, and then depending. But I wouldn't be trying to navigate 50 miles all at once. I would be breaking it down into small, manageable, easy to do sections. And it's the same with your life and your plan to reach your goals and your targets. Break it down into hard but achievable goals. And as you tick these goals off, as you go down your list, you'll start to feel better about it. And it will encourage you to move on to the next tougher goal, the next tougher target that gets you one step closer to your ultimate. Yeah? That's my plan. I hope it helps somebody maybe rationalise in their own minds how they will go about reaching their targets or their goals. And it doesn't matter if your target is to just be able to run 3 miles. That's brilliant. But if you can't run 1 mile at the moment, build up to it. Set yourself a target. You want to run 1 mile in 12 minutes. And then go from there. And then say you want to run 1 mile in 11 minutes. And 10 minutes. And then build it up to 1.5 miles. Etc, etc. Make it easy for yourself. Make it manageable. Don't become disheartened because you've set the goals too big and you just can't achieve them now. Start small, chip away at it, eat away at it. I'm going to stick this on my fridge or on the cupboard door, where my tea bags are, whatever. It's a constant reminder why I'm doing this. I'm going to print off a picture of Mont Blanc. I'm going to stick it there as well. Every time I go in that fridge, it's going to be a reminder. Why am I forcing myself to get out of that car in the rain on a cold morning to slog my guts out up the Wrekin? Well, that's why I'm doing it. Because I want to get up Mont Blanc. And I want to be fitter. And I want to feel better up here. Big love, everyone. Take care.